Welcome back, friends. So in today's video, I'm going to discuss a few things about the input controls, input controls basically, which are like buttons and input text boxes, and the related, or you can say the associated events with those controls. I will discuss about them. So let's start. So first, I will create a separate component, and that component will be dedicated for all these kind of events, these kind of event handling things. So I'm just going to create one component. So the name would be example from input, example form input. We need to use the same command that we used to have, ng generate component and then example from input. As soon as you created that, you can see that it was compiled and you can expect that this component is here. Okay, so this component is here, and what is the name of the selector? The name of the selector is app example from input. So what you will do, you will just copy it, you will come to here, and you will just remove all the things which are already here, and you will just write whatever was there. Okay, so that way it will start. No, not here. Basically you need to provide it in the app component HTML. Here you need to provide it. Okay, so that's it. And now we need to add some controls here on the form input, example form input component. So here I'm just going to use the button control first. So this is the button control, and there is an event associated with it, which is the click event. This is the way you should write the events. There are many events associated with the button that you can find it out on the internet, and you can just go through the Google. You can search on Google and you can find out that how many events are there, and whatever event you that suits you, that you can do, that you can write for your button, right? Because in this video covering all the events and their handling will not be possible. That will take hell lot of time. So I'm just going to tell you the basic idea that how you can write the code, and after that you can write it yourself. So here I'm going to write on btn click. This is the name of the event, and this is it. So here I'm going to write click me, and that's it. And here, it has been compiled or not? No, it has not been compiled. Error occur in the template of component. Okay, so this is not there available in the component, so we need to write the function, otherwise it will not work. So on btn click event, you need to define it, and here you can give something, some variable like value is equal to this. So now you need to do something like value is equal to this button was clicked. Okay, so this is the message. I'm filling in the value. This is the variable inside this class, input component class, and I'm updating this value whenever someone will click this button. I will just update this value with this value. This button was clicked, and the same thing I will be displaying here. So to display that value, what I need to do, I just need to do something like this, interpolation syntax, and you just need to put the value here, the name of the variable that is there in the associated component class, and this is the HTML class. So I have already discussed that how you can do that. So that's it, and let's see if it has been compiled or not. No, this is showing that okay. This is showing that this button was clicked. This value has not been identified. So why this has not been identified? The rule is that you need to give this dot value. Without using this keyword, you will not be able to identify any of the variable which has been declared inside your class. Alright, so you need to take care of this rule. And now let's see what happened. Now it should have been compiled, and now let's see. Yes, click me, and you can see that this button was clicked. This message comes here. Okay, so let's see some other examples. Some other examples are like we can pass the event as well. Suppose I want to pass some, not this, let us use some other component. Let's say input, which is the input box. So input, and you need to write like you need to use the key up event. So key up, there is a key up event. You can also find out what are the events associated with the input. So key up, on the key up, I'm just going to key up, on key up basically. So on key up, and then I'm just going to pass the event variable. Okay, so this event variable will provide whatever value I'm filling in here, that will be binded to this event variable, and this will be passed to on key up function, which has been written inside the component class. We still have to write this function, so let's write this on key up, and here it's event, and type is any. We are accepting any type of event here. I'm not specifying any specific event here. Okay, so event is coming here, any is the data type, and event is the value of that data, type of name of the variable of that data type. So any is like just like you use a void pointer in C. So void pointer contain any kind of pointer. So the same way any is containing any kind of value. So it's an event which is coming from here. So this event is coming from here, and this will be landed here. And now I'm just going to provide one more value here. The name is key, and I'm just going to update the key value with the provided value. This dot key is equal to event dot target dot value. Okay, so event dot target dot value. A target means the object, or you can say the control on the form which generated the event, and the value is the associated value that is coming with that particular object. Like if you have written something, then that value will be coming here, right? So on the key up, I am providing this key value with the associated object, form object, which is a input control. So let's come here, and now let us print the value which has been provided there, and that value is key. So you will provide this value key on key up, and you have given this name. So now it should have been compiled, and let's see what we can do with this. Okay, so you can see that as soon as I am just updating it, it is able to update the paragraph as well. And you already know that it is a two-way indirection in AngularJS. So up till now there is no problem, but passing this event value is not a good practice. It's not a good practice at all. You pass this thing, it's not safe that much, and it may lead to some confusions in the code. Okay, so what else we can do if we cannot pass this? If we don't have to pass it, then we have one more method. You can provide a name to your input, and after that you can provide the name of the event, like key up is equal to on key up next. Let's not do this. Let's just update the top one itself. So here you can just give the name box hash box. So this is the uh, keyword hash, not keyword, basically the symbol which represents that it is an input variable which is associated with this input box. And here I'm just going to pass the value which has been updated in the box variable. Alright, so now again it should work fine, but here we need to update something. So here what you will do, here whatever is coming is a value which is of type string. Okay, so the syntax is like you write the name of the variable here and type of the variable on the right hand side of the colon, and you need to take care of the space. Okay, so here what you will do, you just need to provide the value which has been passed in this. Okay, so this dot key is equal to value. So again, if you run this, it should work fine. It should work in the same manner as it was working earlier. So let's see. Yes, it's working fine. Right, so you can use both ways to provide the values associated with the control, either using event, or you can do something like this. So this one is recommended. You should do this only. You need to define a name of the input control, and then you need to pass this value. Okay, so again one more thing left, and that should be the last one for today. Sometimes we want that as soon as someone presses enter, our text should not be updated on the box, on the page, not on the box, on the page. rather rather than every time I just write like this thing, every time I'm pressing any key, this is getting updated. I don't want this. I want that as soon as I press enter after entering everything, then only this should be updated. In that case, what we can do, let's see. There is an event called, let's not write new thing, just update this thing. So here what I will do, key up dot enter. Okay. So it means that if we have pressed a key and it's an enter event, then I'm just providing the box stat value. And once the enter has been pressed, then only this key value will be updated. All right. So whatever has been written inside this text box represented by the box, that will be updated only when you have pressed the enter. Okay. So on key up dot enter, you will pass this. So let's see if it has been compiled. Yes. And let's see what happens. So I'm writing it here Vikas and I pressed enter. So once I press enter, then only it will be gone. Okay, so here I'm writing something else like water is cooler. So if I don't press enter, it will not be updated on the screen, but I press enter, it will be updated. So this is the way you can just filter your events. Okay, so I hope you got the point that how you can use the various events associated with the buttons and the input boxes. Few more detailed examples will be given for other controls in the upcoming video. So stay tuned and be with me, and we will discuss a lot of things in the AngularJS so that you can get a good hold on the AngularJS language. Okay, so that's it for this video, and in the next video we'll meet soon. So till then, have a nice day and bye bye, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel, like my videos and share it with your friends.